Hello guys, good evening. Uh, Welcome to yet another live June 16th. Today is Monday. Let's start our analysis. Let me share you my screen. Yes. I hope you attended the Friday session because we have given some levels on Friday, which I seem they're working out. Okay, let's analyze today. Probably Monday, so quite movement as we expected. But it was a good moment, but not a price action move. Uh, Let me. Okay. So we were analyzing that if the Friday's candle has closed above this, then we will go to this entries. But what happened is it didn't close above it. So, but I'm still bullish about it. I'm still bullish on gold, but at the moment when it didn't do what it should do, then we are aligned with to go with lower time frames. So one day time frame hasn't given us hasn't hasn't told us कि this is going to happen at so it's this candle is not a great indication of buying or selling right now. So if this is a 5 minutes time frame, we'll just wait for the confirmation, right? So that is kind of a thing in a daily time frame as well. So we need to know what it wants to do. But still, we have created we took a good trade. I'll show you the trades that we took today. So as the day started, so one day time frame per we'll see key. Well, it was a good closing, not above this level, but it's all right. It was a good closing. But after that, it took some liquidity at the top and went to 450, which is a good resistance level because 50s, 500s, hundreds always are good resistances, as I told you. Mm, But it happened so early in the morning. We're not trading at that time. Let me have my journal. There it is. So that is 51, 52, 51. Yeah. Fine, 50, 51 doesn't matter. It is a 50 guy resistance. So if you saw the live stream of Friday, I've told you we could take these two trades, this one and this one. Uh, I've told you why are we taking these trades and what is the intuition behind it because I was pretty bullish on gold, as I told you. I'm bullish on gold. Fundamentally, it's bullish. So, and today even DXY has given a downside move. So, taking bullish opportunities was a good thing. But today, gold did something different. So, what did it do? Let me tell you what it did. So, yesterday let's talk about the Friday. After Friday, what happened? So, you were living at this point. At 12 o'clock around we were living and I told you this should close above this but it didn't. That's fine. So closing happened at this point which is 33 level. So always there is always a 100 pip trade. So where would you find it? The 100 pip trade the in the history of gold, as I've observed, whenever there is a gap up or gap down the opening, and See, we had a gap up opening, and let me tell you by example. Whenever we have a gap up or gap down opening, the gold retests that level and bounces back to whatever to upside or to downside, but it bounces back from that level. So and it will bounce back at least 100 bips, at least. So that is what I've observed over the years, and it has been working out. So that's why I marked it with a blue candle, blue region, so that you understand it's not a resistance or it's not a order block, but it quite is an order block. So this would be if this gap isn't there, this would be a green candle, right? Gap up opening is it would be a green candle in different charts, but here we are seeing it a gap up opening. It's the same thing. So it's an order block, but I'm coloring it blue because it's a different trade. It's a it's a historical uh, trade that we can take. So let me tell you how this trade goes. Not only this, you can go into previous gap up or gap down openings. You'll always find this. So here, this I will talk about this in a minute. This whatever happened at Friday morning, early morning. Why is this important? This one I will talk about this, and any gap ups and gap downs. Yep, here it is. See, gap up opening we had, then it almost retested the same level, and it gave at least 100 pips. Right. So that is what I'm telling you about. But this is not a quite important trade. So normally this should touch this level, but see, it should happen before. It should happen before. It should happen around like what is this time? Around in the Asian session. It would be good. I mean, the most probability is when it happens in the Asian session, there's more probability that it will hit your take profit because see in Asian session manipulation is lot less. It's a one direction, unidirectional. So when you have a unidirectional in Asian session and you notice from somewhere it can bounce back, and that will just tell you ki, yes, you can take a trade from here. So this is an important trade, but it's not a strategy. It's like a scalping trade. Let's say it's mostly a scalping trade. See here it violated, right? See it happened. This candle, why we were talking about this candle, right? This was a liquidity candle. Yeah, it happened. This was a liquidity candle. It took almost took this liquidity. So it was selling pressure was high, so it couldn't give what it wanted in here. But if you observe clearly, this has become a breaker block and it has tested that level and went back to the swing highs that we see right now. That's a pretty good move. So it acts as a strong order block, if you know what I mean, or if it violates it, then it will act as a strong breaker block. Still violated it. It has become a breaker block. See, first it should have tested this level and went off, but because of this, whatever happened here, this liquidity gap, that is why we have. That is why we couldn't. I mean, there are plenty of levels here. So this order block has been violated. This order block has been violated. So it happens when there is this lot of volume and lot of selling pressure. See this at this point, we had a good volume which we don't ever see in London session. So as we had that volume at that point, people sold. A lot of people sold. They didn't care. Yes, it's a 0% level. But when buying again, when it tested again the second time, it found as a support, and it went out from here. In nearby, there are no other order blocks. If you see this move, I've told you this why this move there, because so this move from here, because of this liquidity, see how much more acceleration it had from 337 to 3447, almost 1000 pips, above 1000 pips. That's liquidity, man. This liquidity is a king in these regions. So that was what I was trying to tell you about. And let's go back, find somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. So this is what I was trying to tell you. This was the opening that had happened, and let me have your blue vision there. So yes, that was the opening. So open a gap up opening, then it retested. This retested this order block or order block. Let's call it magic block for our sites, because nobody's trading this except us, I think. So let's call it the magic block, or can we call it entry? No, let's call it magic block. We'll rename it if the strategy goes well. So from here, let's say here I'm trying to take this trade. Long position, 40 pips. Of course, you should give a buffer. Did I hit it? Okay. This time we only hit 50 pips because there are order blocks here. But the whole move, if you see, this whole move is 100 pips. That's what I was trying to tell you. See, it's 100 pips, 90, 94 pips. Same thing. So that is what I want to tell you is that this thing happens. Uh, when there is an order block, I would definitely avoid this trade because there is an order block here. But if it wasn't there, then that would have been great. Let's go back. There are a lot of trades here. I'm showing we could have been risk free in this trade, and it would have been a risk free trade, right? So any gap ups, gap downs. Okay. See this one. So this one. We always seem to have a little buffer. Mm, 50 pips. 20 pips cost stop loss, we get 50 pips. Mhm. Still, we have an order block here. Hmm. So when we have order blocks, and it's mostly a scalping trade. So what I would suggest is find a good entry, wait for it to have a good entry. Don't wait for the closing. Enter in this candle whenever it's happening. If you're awake at this time, and enter as low as possible. Enter fast, and just enter with a little more quantity than you would do. Have a stop loss, right? Stop loss 20, 30 looks for stop loss. Then look for the next resistance, which is order block or breaker block or next liquidity zone, whichever. You can do that. And any gap ups and gap downs in the previous days. Yeah, here is another one. I think it has covered this one. Yeah, I think it has covered that one. I mean, it opened and candle only just gave us this test of this one. So I think that is also a trade. So it's touching. It's not touching, but still it will be considered a touch. And yeah, it has a bounce back from the right. So that's a little risky, but that's what I'm telling you. It's a scalping trade. There is a possibility that could become a good trade. Yes, then we have any gap ups and gap downs. Yep, here they are done. These kind of things, these kind of gap ups, when it never reaches, if it comes back to it, probably have a high chance of retaining its nature. I think in the future it has retained it. They did not come. Is this it? No, we almost got that. We almost got it. Then that's the actually when it comes back to this level, then you will find a good move towards the upside. Mark this level. We'll mark it with blue, of course. Magic block. So any other magic blocks you can find? See, this also could be considered that just a little gap of opening, then it tested it and we have a good move. That could also be considered. Gap down opening. Yes, 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 gap down. Here, this one. See this gap down because I found the gap down was a very efficient trade than gap up opening. So gap down we have opened and we have a magic block here. So it tested that magic block and we have a good trade. Here the shops in 50 pips ka 40 above it is down of course 50 pips you have to buffer. So 50 pips ka, but see the reward went to 300 pips. So that could also happen, but if you don't want to look for it, you can just look for 100 pips or the next resistance. Its resistance would be this order block. So to look for it, 100 pips per trade. See, I have not even seen this or back tested this. I mean, I've seen it a couple of times. I didn't back test this trade as much. But it's a good trade because I am not awake at the time. If you are, then it's actually a good trade. The first trade of the day, and you are actually up, and you did nothing. It's just the trend, and it's just a pattern that you found. Um, yeah, it's a gap up the opening we had. So then magic block. Oh, oh dear, it didn't touch it. I do not know why, but it should have. Is this the right shot? Oh, and yes, you should have touched it. I really think you should have touched it. Maybe in some brokers it have, because we won't get this kind of move if you didn't just it just went over like that. So it's in the air, no. See, it's it's hanging in the air. It didn't test it. So when it came back to test, it did have a move. So that means it didn't test that. This is a confusing thing, no? Not confusing. It's irrelevant thing to happen. Is you will be waiting for this, and maybe buyers. Gold is super bullish that just stormed off. Could be that. But I'll avoid this trade. No, if it didn't touch my reason, why would I take that trade? So when it finally did in the evening, in the morning, in the next day, sorry, in the next day morning, it gave us a good move. Oh, okay, we did take this trade. What trade is this? We didn't take we didn't take this trade on Magic Block, of course not. This was taken on. Why did I take this trade? Should be something. Yeah, I think liquidity. Yeah, liquidity, and also I would have checked a little bit this one. It's coming around last take opening. So yes, and I actually took it off the confirmation. If you can see this trade, I took it after confirmation only. After this screen, I had waited for it. Then when it came back to fill some fair value gaps, I think in the 5 minute, of course, 5 minute it will have fair value gaps, and maybe there is an order block here. If we want to check that 20th May, see, yes, we got it. So 20th May, yes, this one. We had a fair value gap, and it's actually not a structure in 5 minutes. It is not only that, and yeah, we had a lot of confirmations from this trade. So we had fair value gap. I think I've waited for this. I waited for double bottom, but I entered at this point. This is a good trade actually. This is a market structure for trade. It's a good one. And 20th maybe we took this one. 100 pips. What else? To take analysis you're forgetting. Yeah, that I was just telling you that this is one of the things that I've seen, and it's amazing. It's amazing to find these things. So, yep. Let's come to these charts. Charts we currently in. Actually, there's no trade at this point, so that is why I'm just sticking to explaining it. And it's already 10:30. 4 hour candle has opened. So let's see. Daily, I've showed you very good bullish move. Then we have today's candle that is taken resistance from 50 ka level, 450 ka level. And 450 पे double top we had, double top. Then in the magic block ka trade, magic block. How much do you think it has given us? This fair value gap next resistance. Yep. It has given us 100 to trade. We couldn't hope for it, right? Couldn't just hope for 100 to trade. We have to look for that level. I can't just keep the 100 pips comes here, matlab 100 pips. No. What is the fair value gap until here, until this point? So that is your trade, nothing else. If we had a trend line, this trend line we've drawn on Friday. I haven't touched this chart after Friday. In the morning, I just had a breakup block. So see this trend line broken, and I've already told you to let's take two trades. There are two trades we could take. Which one? This one and this one in the Friday session. I told you this. I want price to come back at those levels, and it did. And see this 3 points. We had trend line. Then what happened? Closing below this. Then retest. This was a classic trend line trade. If you are watching the stream, then you would have took this trade, right? I was not sitting through the charts in this time period, which is 9:45. But if you are concerned, if you have drawn these trend lines as I have in your charts, then it's inevitable to take this trade. Like this is a classic trend line trade that we take. We normally don't do trend lines, but it's a classic trade, right? It happened, and it's a very easy trade. We had a change of character as well. I would have taken this trade. Comment how many people have taken this trade, because this is it's a good one, right? It has tested that change of character level, or it tested this trend line. So we had two confirmations. That's a very good indication. Even if you missed the entry by 10 pips, that's fine. You could have taken it 31, 32. Whenever, because the trade was legit. And see how many pips it gave. 250 pips. We're not looking for that. We would be looking for how much? Uh, this liquidity, it's 130 pips. It hit it. If you have not entered at that time, then you have an order block here. See, this is how much easy it is to find that way. We have a change of character confirmation. So chords we have. Then we have an order block. This is the best trade that could have happened. Right, the trade goes like this. Let's give 40 pips per stop loss. Target towards the next liquidity zone, which actually happened in the same candle, same 15-minute candle. It happened. See, it tested this and it broke this. That is what I'm telling you. It's what can I tell you? It's pretty easy. I mean, whoever is near the charts, they should be able to break this trade. At least they have not drawn the trend line. Maybe they don't take trend line trades. That's fine, but we can take this trade. No, this is a auto block trade. It's a very easy trade. No, auto block, and we have a change of character as well. I think this will be 15, 30-minute wick. We have 11 o'clock, so we have a nice wick for a 30 minute, and it dumped 100 pips per candle. How many trades? We just took 200 pips per trades. But the see whoever is trading at this point, uh, the the TP didn't hit until this, right? So it's a 140 pips ka TP they had. 140 pips ka TP they had. See, 140 pips ka TP they had, but it just went back to almost their entry. No, their entry is here to almost to 20%, around the 20% of the profit. Then they have a very good confirmation of this order block. They can add more quantity, right? So if I am in this trade, I would have been risk free at this point. 33 पे we took, 37 पे will be risk free. Sorry, 33 पे we took, we will be risk free. 29, 29 will be risk free. Then when it came back, when it went to this level, I'll be sitting. Then it came back. Then I know that this is the order block trade, so I'll add the risk free whichever I have removed. I'll add this quantity here. So I'm up. I took two trades and I am risk free two times. So that is how you should do it. It's pretty easy. You would be risk free at this level and two risk free trades with the double quantity. See, risk management and order quantity, playing with the order quantities is actually a strategy itself. So that was one of the trades. Some scalper can look for this order block and scalp from here. It is not actually a scalp; it's actually good trade as well. See, from here it went off to 24 to 10 on 50 pips, more than on 50 pips it gave from that level as well. So order blocks forming, telling you to take those trades. You should just be able to take those trades. Just don't overthink it. Just do it. Just go with the strategy and have that stop loss where you think below which or above which the trade is invalid. So after that we had a lot of choppiness. This choppiness level, I didn't touch it. I didn't want to touch it. It was frustrating. I'm not around the chart at these levels, but I am around the charts at these levels where there is no trade. This is all just manipulation और liquidity के लिए liquidity का hunting. For liquidity hunt, this happened. At this point, actually, DXY was falling quite a lot. But even though it's falling, gold has not given that much what that much moved to the upside. So I was thinking, what is happening? What is wrong with this? So then I understood gold has turned bearish. Gold has changed character, and we have actually took a trade. This trade. See, this is the trade that we were talking about, right? So we actually took this trade, but not quite this trade because we didn't have this information as we had a lot of data points to look at now. So the trade will go like something like this. Actually, yes, swing low, swing high. You see, 50% we had little this, but I was waiting for 60%. So 60% hit, right? No, not this. This is not what I was talking about. What was it? 15-minute there. Took a trade from yes, this level 40. I took trade from 409. I remember that. Okay, 409. Yeah, yeah, this one. Yes. So what was I talking about? Okay, sorry. Swing, swing, swing. What am I doing? Yes, sorry. This one, right? Swing low. This is the swing low. Swing high. Yep, there it is. So see, I was waiting for this 60% and this liquidity, and this was actually good trade. We had a great acceleration from there, but gold was just bearish at the moment, at that moment, because 15 minute it has turned bearish at somewhere here. The change of character has happened somewhere. Yeah, here we change of character has happened. So there it is, and yeah, the trade was this key 60% or less. We waited for 60%, and we looked for 100 bits. 100 bits we hit, no? We look for this one. This 150 on 60 pips we were looking for. See this. This was our entry. This had to be our entry. Then we risk freed at. We had 50 pips cost stop loss as I remember. 50 pips. 50 pips cost stop loss we had. So after that, we had a great acceleration. See how much 4007 to 4016, almost 1995 pips, almost 100 pips we had, 100 pips kamu we had here. So we risked at this level around 12 ka level, 12 ka level pe we risk freed. Then it went on, it went to this order block. Mm, it did not cover this fair value gap. That's fine. I'm not looking for it, but let's have a level mark. So what I was telling you about is this. So we reached at that level, and then gold just after this closing, I knew it. I knew it was a trade that was going against us because we had this is change of character, right? Is it not? From here, it has changed this character and double change of character. It will be already changed this character, but it will be double change of character. So after this, I knew ki yes, we are going to fail, but we had to wait because our strategy tells us to wait. Or any if you are in any trade when you are trading, so you shouldn't stop until it hits your stop loss or take profit. So I waited for this and we risk it. That was it. And second trade, which is more important. This was the second trade that we gave yesterday. As you can see, it was 150 pips cut trade, but it would be higher because I just kept it 150 because 400 will be a resistance. As you can see here, 400 was not in resistance for at any point. See here, even at this point, 4003, then it went straight away. So 400 is not a resistance. I told that if 400 could be a resistance at somewhere here, then we could look for a 400 target. But if you look at this, the next target will be here at this fair value gap cover. I mean, at this point, look at this. I haven't drawn it properly. So this trade was. Do you remember this trade? This was what I was telling you about. Us. See, gap down opening we had. Gap down opening we had. It almost tested it, and see, it tested at here, and it gave like 20 whips, right? So this was a trade that we could have maybe risk free, but we would lost this trade because it's as a magic block. I was telling you about the magic block trade, but that is not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the next move that came. See, the next move, what happened? This move. This was because of the war move, right? I've told you that, right? That is why it also violated our magic blocker trade. I certainly hope so. I think that is the reason it has defied a lot of things, right? So here it's a resistance. A lot of things it has defied. So this is because of news or war, that kind of thing. So after this happened, it tested that a little bit. See, it tested it. After closing, it becomes an order block, a breaker block. Sorry, it becomes a breaker block, and it tested it and went off. Um, then what? After that, we had a change of character at this point. That is what I'm talking about. Matlab, on Friday, we had talked about this and we have analyzed it. So this block was never tested, was it? No, it was never tested. Neither is neither is this block. This is also considered order block only, right? So I thought between these, what have I always told you? If there are two order blocks nearby, always look for. I mean, I don't look for it, but I'm just telling you, it just happens to be the entry. See, see the magic. Very small, so I'm not able to find it properly. See, it's a bit of exaggeration, but that is the trade actually. You could have looked at a different way. See, this is the order block that I was looking for, and we took it upon this order block. Somebody might wait for this market structure. Market structure also is following. It's big, this big candle cover. that also it's following. So lot of confirmations and anybody and see, not only that, we had another confirmation that it has fell like 300 pips, 300 400 pips ka move we had towards the sell side. So it's only fair point key it will rise from there. So I just took the risk. Actually, I told you the Friday, right? Friday we had planned this trade out. We just had we just didn't do. I didn't see this trade at this point. I was traveling, so I didn't see this trade. But I have told you. I've shared you. I have not shared in Telegram, but I have told you in the live stream. And this was the trade we were looking for. So see, this trade is has been valid. We had a drawdown. How much drawdown we had? 85 to 82. 30 pips ka drawdown we had. 30 pips ka drawdown we had, and 200, almost 200, yeah, 200 pips ka trade. But we would be looking for just this because next resistance level 170 pips. मतलब go for 150, 170 pips ka. It was a very easy trade, no? Because we had a very good selling move, lot of liquidities. I won't say liquidities because it's a lot of fair value gaps here. I told you in the Friday session that gold loves to clear the fair value gaps. It just loves that. So we have fair value gaps at this point as well. It loves to, it just loves to do that. Gold just loves to clear fair value gaps and give moves like this. See this move, this buy ka move, 82 to 405, which is to almost 250 pip ka move. No? In a bearish day, we could also capture this buying moves as well. So bearish pay we didn't do trades because too many cooks spoil the broth. You should go only one side. Either you go towards the long, or either you go towards the sell side. I mean, both you can go when you know these are the levels, right? So we were, let's say this happened, then it hit this resistance level here. Then I would definitely sell, right? So that is a different scenario. What I'm telling you is at this point you couldn't have two biases at the same time. So you bought here. See, we bought here, right? This was our trade. We bought here. It got sold. It sold. It hit our stop loss. If we had risk free there, then then you should not just go into the selling side. See, you just, let's say you'll be waiting for it, and let's wait for the selling opportunity. So you'll wait for it, and maybe you start selling here towards the next liquidity or next resistance, whatever you think that. So this could be a scalp trade, but it's no trade, right? So it happened very fast in a single candle that we don't know what to do. This when if you get into the selling trade, let's say your order executed at this point, let's say 388 per you sold, 388 per you sold, then it went down. It gave you 60 pips, 50 pips, very fast 50 pips. You're waiting for a lot more. Then it just flips out on you. See what happened. 250 pips upside move, stop loss it. So, no, that is not how you trade. Have a bias, take it to the next level. So, this was this was the trade that was actually I had this trade a little bit after. I mean, I've seen this trade at this point around 90 a point I saw. Yes, 90 a point I saw, and I took trade from here. 92 405 I took. So it was a 150 trades for pips trade for me. Because I risked a little at 405. I should stop at 404. 405. Why I did do it? Because there was 60% level, I think. Yep. So 60% level was here. 50 was 402. And I was waiting for 407. Why is it 405? The change of character? Maybe change of character, I don't know. Change of character is here, so 405 is 405 resistance. 407 is the resistance. Okay. 407 should have been 407, which has not touched it. I think, but still this trade is valid that it comes back to, let's say, here, these levels. You could buy again. That's what I think. I mean, let's look at a 5 minute time frame. We didn't have a double bottom. I do think um, it's hard to tell, but 40400, no, 390, 390 per we can have a trade. I think the stop loss will be very high, but we could have a long position. 389. Stop loss should be there because uh, 1 minute. Let's see anything interesting. Uh, it's fine then. We can just have stop loss here only because these kind of things, these kind of higher wicks, these are longer wicks. I've never seen them get retested until they're about to be booked. So I think these levels are fine. Historically saying, well, that's a good trade. If it comes back to this level, then we can take that trade. I'm willing. Oh wait, maybe this trade has already happened. No? I'm looking for this, and it has already happened. Hmm. Then if it wants to go up, then it goes up from here. Let's draw Fibonacci at this point. Hmm. Yeah, okay. So there is a trade, could be a little risky. What is life without risk? Here it is. This will be the trade. 40 pips ka let's have this. This could be a trade. And uh, if it closes below 60%, then just get out. I mean, after violating that, it's invalid trade. This is a Fibonacci trade that we normally do. 50% per wheel entry, 60% per we have a stop loss. We give it a little buffer. So that is it. This could be a trade. It has worked for us many times, so that is what I'm telling you. This. We could take this trade. Let's have a look at that one. It's only 20 pips. 20 pips to go. Maybe it happens in this live. Then we can be risk free at 40 pips. Could happen. Hmm. No, it will just consolidate here, whichever. But this was a good trade, and this was a good trade. But unfortunately, gold has become bearish and didn't give us the target that we needed. That's fine. Uh, we note the next time, so let's restrict it to the nearest resistance rather than looking for liquidity in this trade. We can restrict this to next last resistance, which is 100 pips. That is a great trade. No? So one risk free, and if somebody have taken this and somebody forgotten and just holding this, 500 pips in the chat for them, not us. So they understand that today is gold is bearish. That's a easy trade as well because see, gold has love to take out these fair value gaps, and it's bearish. It's changed character so many times. So it could hold when you're taking trade from at this point, which is 10 o'clock in the morning. It could hold for a longer time, and that will give you trades like this, 500 pips. So I think our trade is about to happen. Let's look at DXY as well. Oh, DXY increasing. Yeah, it's buzzing in my ear. DXY increasing. So I would rather not, but it's at a resistance level. But it's mm, let's wait. Wait for it. Closing below 5 minutes. Not a good sign for our trade. Maybe let's enter at 60% views. Rather than 50, I'm more confident on 60. So that we can have a right stop loss. 30 bits per stop loss is enough for this. 60% of the best. Mm. So there's that, and no volume, no peak volume was in this red candle, and after that, no volume. That's a shame. So what else? So I was just thinking of different trades. Yeah, those are the trades that could be taken, and besides gold being choppy, see all this choppiness. In this choppiness, though, please avoid to trade. No, I just didn't trade anything at 422, 409, 410, 100 pips in between. A lot of choppiness, and I've seen this double top, and thought key that might be an indication for us to sell. But we had already had these trades marked for the bullish side, so I didn't look for it. Here is an order block. Here is an intersection of order block. Let's name that as well because these are the new strategies that we are coming up with. What should we name intersection of two order blocks? The intersection will be this. Can I not draw it well? And that is what I kind of wanted to show. Two order blocks we had and double top after a bit of an engulfing. We had an engulfing candle here. That is a good sign, no? What time was it? 4:35. Hmm. So that was a good sign. We had an engulfing candle. Then we followed this order block. Satisfaction of this order block has happened. Then after this, voila! Wow, nice trade. That this is a nice trade. We- Change of character level has tested again. We could have sold from there as well to the next liquidity level, which has actually what. See, but still, look at the two overheads, right? Look at this end and look at this end. Middle, don't even try to look in the middle when it's consolidation, and understand what it's trying to do. That is all. So here, what it's trying to do, it's where it take it from? Somewhere other. It's taking. Is it taking liquidity? It's taking liquidity, and what level is this? 409. 409 पे it's taking some support. maybe 4010 का 4410 का support I think. Because in the charts it doesn't there doesn't seem to be anything. So it's a 5 minute time frame, so little more choppy than we would expect it. So then we had a change of character. We had an order block here. We had an order block trade as well. And I'm missing out a lot of things. After change of cat, after this change of character in the 5 minute level, we had an order block. We had this order block has formed and it has been tested, and we could actually say this is a market structure trade here. But 5 minutes per who can tell? This is a good trade actually. Actually, I've not observed it because I've is looking when it's going to hit my entry when I will enter, and it happened and it was very fast, and I was kind of with maybe it will go up from here. Maybe tomorrow February absolutely filled, but it filled today only. That's fine. And yeah, that is it for today. 15 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. This 5 minute is always shorter. It's the same thing here. This order block was in the 5 minute. That's why we couldn't be able to see it in 15 minutes. But fine, when you're taking a trade, you will look at 15 minutes, 5 minutes, everything. Right? So that is what it is. So this actually one idea came to me. So if it there is a strategy that I've been thinking. It's not a strategy; it's just an intuition and observation. So whenever Fibonacci happens, right? So see, let me tell you what. This is the swing high at present, swing low. So it came. What happened is it. This is this is the Fibonacci. 50% where is 50% level. This is the 50% level. 50% level. It closed above 50% level and it's going towards 60%, but it didn't hit the 60%. So what what I observed in this in the previous trades that I took, previous failures that I had, previous losses, uh, key. Whenever that happens, gold tries to find a way to show people that it has followed Fibonacci. So it's fake. It's going to fake it, or maybe that's the pattern. I don't know. See how it is going to do that is it will come back to here. It will come back here, and it will form a swing low, which shows exactly where that 60% level is. You getting my point? So that is what I've observed, that whenever gold does this, whenever gold, uh, whenever gold doesn't follow like 60%, 50% level, even 50% level, what it does is it changes the swing higher, swing low. It manipulates at least one of them, right? So that is what I observed. So that is possible that key it is possible. Actually, our trade is on here. Uh, yeah. Sorry for this. We should have entered this. It's okay if we not entered. It's only one trade, but let's see how it pans out to be. Because I am just telling you this strategy. If I am right by my observation, our trade is invalid, right? So what I'm telling you is, it might be possible that this is that move. This is the move that I'm thinking. So if that is correct, then gold will take its support at this level, which is not bad, because that could be, that actually could be, let's see, yes, it's a change of character level. Let's see if it is change of character level. Actually, it is pretty good support. Right, if you see it, a double top has formed, and it's showing its manipulation key that it has happened, or it has happened forward before. So when it goes to that point, it now doesn't have to take that resistance. Now if it comes back to this level and bounces back from here, now 60% and 50% are not resistance level at all. They are just they it thinks that may I'm just trying to explain you in this way, that it shows that it is telling us to have followed my 50% 60% before. I don't have to do it right now because it's already been done. If you can see the charts. I mean, this is what I've observed, right? This is a personal opinion. This is what I observed. This is what happened. I might be wrong. I might be right. I don't know. But that is what I observed. So that could happen as well. That is a trade that that is actually intuition. That could be taken as a trade as well. And then after taking these liquidities and looking for this change of character level, that is a good trade. We'll see what happens. I most probably think it will happen at night. So see, 60% say we have reaction. I'm not in this trade. I'll tell you that. But if somebody has taken this trade, be risk free at level 391.7, 394.7, 394.7 per risk free. Things will happen. Lot of things will not happen. Let's see if there is a trend line that we can break, and we're changing our character into bullish, and we can take a trend line trade as well. Why I'm telling you all this is, when you have all these intuitions for one single trade, then you will go with more quantity and you will be more confident about it. That is a trend line. Uh, I think it will be broken. It will find this support or support at these levels. It will find support. It will definitely find support at some point. Let's see if what I said will happen or not. You could have this region where I think it could take the support and take this liquidity because let's not kid ourselves. This is a very 387 to 382. Lot of orders has been missing here. It's like a fair value. No selling orders here, so it's like a fair value. Selling orders have happened, but it was so orders came very fast that there was no double bottom or not no anything like that. It's a 5 minute in the 5 minute time frame. So I do think maybe we'll have a liquidity sweep and then maybe liquidity sweep around here and change of character to test. This is also change of character in higher time frames as well. 1 hour so I think it's a change of character. Yeah, now. See, 1 hour also is a change of character. So that's why I'm hoping this would happen. If that happens, then it's a great joy. That's how our trade will look like something like this. Let's have a buffer. Liquidity is a buffer. Let's have. Should be fine. Yeah, I think 380 will be a good level. 380. It will be broken as 377. I see, but I do hope that if change of character we have a 5 minute pair green candle we have, then we should be able to look it to the bullish side. So this trend line, I'm waiting for it to be broken. It will be broken because it's above 45 degrees, which I know will be broken. I told you on the Friday's live that trend lines above about what? Above 45 degrees are not valid trend lines. I mean, they are valid in the lower time frames, but in higher time frames they're not. So that means we will have a break of this trend line. Clearly, let me put that way rather than this. Let me be precise. Hmm, This one. So it does tell you the support will be taken by tomorrow morning if we are believing this trend line. It's just all possibilities, probabilities. As a trader, my first thing to do is find these probabilities. I mean, they might happen, they might not, but I have to find these situations and trade upon according to it. And yeah, I'm looking for it to be bullish. There are fair value gaps. That's what I'm concerned about. See here we have fair value gap. Could be they're fine. They're fine. Not like this, right? Not like this much like 100, 200 pips ka, 300 pips ka fair value gaps. No, we have like 50 pips ka, 100, 50, 50 to 100 pips ka fair value gaps we have in the 15-minute time frame. So I don't think it will happen. Let's see. Let's hope it doesn't. Or if it does, also we'll find only we'll see selling trades or any kind of trades. I'm telling you why I'm telling you buy have a buying trade because you could hold for 500 ka you could 3500 ka we have not tested again, so 3500 we will test again probably 3500 plus daily time frame देखो. What is daily time frame telling you? The next level is 2500. It's pretty, but here we have a fair value gap in on the level. It shouldn't bother us because here we have an order block. Order block. Okay. Here it has become an order block. But now, has it been tested? I don't know if it's been tested. Yeah, it's been tested. So has been tested. It does tell us. Oh, wait, if it has tested. Okay, here only. So yeah, one day pay it's a little. We don't know what will happen. One day pay we're not sure. It's fine. One day pay we're not sure, but I am towards the bullish side. And okay, that is it for today. Any more analysis? This is see, change of character happened up at this point. Anybody who's willing to take a sell trade, they should enter here after change of character, double change of character. Not double, it's a change of character. At this point, we had a change of character. After this point, closing below this change of character we had, then this candle, I would have actually scalped that candle. I would have scalped this candle, and after this, as I told you, the magic blocks and order blocks working its way. And this is, as I told you, key here change of character level per resistance 50 60 between 50 to 60% per resistance, everything finding out. And there is a most probability that we'll have a new swing low, or we can have a trade that we are in. I mean, whoever taken are in this trade could be it. Have we displayed this? Have we not? Displayed at that 94, I told you. 91.5. Maybe it's 94, 95 be risk free. That is it. But I don't think this is a very great. I mean, it is a good trade. I don't think it will give us very great profits. It will give us good profits, or it might give us risk free. Not at this point of time. It's not very great one to take. So this trend line, I told you, keep an eye out for this. Whenever it closes above this and retest it, take the trade. Even if it fails, it's fine. You'll have an experience. Please do take that. Because trend lines seem to be working in good at this point. Yeah, that is all for today. Take care. It was a good session. We had a lot of insights. Uh, a new strategy has formed, Magic Block. Maybe tomorrow we can use it as well in the morning. If somebody's awake, I probably won't be. Take the take that trade. That is good trade. And with this, let's end the session. The XY consolidating. As I told you, it was a resistance. So this take care. Probably get out of this trade. I don't know. I'm not in this, so at this point, don't. But it could go. There is a possibility that it could go from here. It might break this trend line, test this trend line, and go up. That is also possible from here on. As I told you, it's a lot of times I've seen this wicks are not returned, or if they are returned, they'll be broken. Then we'll have a new swing low from there. As I told you, a new strategy, new intuition of manipulation in gold. I'll try to come up with names for these strategies. Okay, take care. Bye bye. It's been a long session, almost one and a half hour. We'll meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be live 9:30 only, 9:30. Or if it if it's possible, maybe I'll be live by 8:30 also. Then there will be, I think, probably trades time. 8:30 to where is 8:30? Today is Monday, so I won't be looking for that. But peak time is always New York session around 7:30. That is everybody is trading at that time. Yeah, that is all. Take care. Uh, and one manipulation that gold did is, as I told you, DXY was falling, but gold was also falling. So this is actually mostly what I think is a cry for liquidity. It wants liquidity to go, and I think it had got its liquidity at this point, and we have seen this one. But still, I would have hoped it to be more versatile than this one. So we had a risk free in here. No? No? Yeah, we'll have a risk free, I think, at this point. So, or just take out. I mean, it's not moving. It's not like it's moving. Right? I don't think it is. Okay, that is it for today. As I told you, my trades support support to form here. Anywhere, if we have a little confirmation of forming support, take it. And we have a trend line, which is important. It is to be broken above 45 degrees. So I am very sure that it will be broken and it will retest itself, even with a small wick in 15 minutes, or probably in 15 minutes. So when it does that, be ready to take with a good stop loss, and we can look it for actually towards 500 also, right? If that happens, we could look for that, or we could look for a 200, 300 picture, whichever. Hmm. Okay, that was it. Take care. Bye bye. Trade. Welcome to Trading Maze. So trade with Mazet. I have always told you that, and please follow it. Do not overtrade, revenge trade. Risk have a good risk management strategy, risk free. When you risk free these trades, right? So you don't lose money. There is only gaining. So this you do if you are not that greedy, you can risk free and just wait your trade to hit risk free or take profit, which is both are fine because you're not losing anything. You're just gaining a little bit more experience, right? So that is mostly it for today. I'll update the trades in the Telegram channel. Please do follow. Please do subscribe to the channel and follow in Telegram channel so that you can get those trades. So these are 2 days that we did that I did. So one was risk free and one was 200 pips. I hold it till I told you right. Here to hill 150 pips. I hold it. So we were pretty good day. But I'm just telling you, we could have made a lot more than that if we just look for it. Look for it, and you'll just find it. Okay, take care. Uh, we'll meet again tomorrow at maybe almost the same time. That is all for today. Take care. Bye bye.